Chelsea 1, Pafos 0. Chelsea 1, Pafos 0. Welcome back to Chelsea Godfather channel. Please subscribe for regular Chelsea related news. Chelsea 1, Pafos 0. And this result puts us firmly in 8th place, their final spot to earn that possible bye at the ending of the first round, which would occur after the last round of games. I believe coming up midweek next week. Our last game will be away on the road against Napoli, and they have 8 points. So they're Conte and his boys. I mean, they're going to be waiting for us. Their eyes are red, and they need a win. But for us, for Rossignol, Liam, Rossignol and the boys in blue, it was all about just getting the 3 points today. Especially after the likes of both Man City and PSG, they both lost. Yesterday, right? I mean, City's on is doing worse because they lost against the Bodo Glimt guys. The Bodo Glimt guys mugged Pep and his boys 3-1, right? And so, for all y'all Chelsea fans that are are not happy that we only scored 1 goal against mighty Pafos. I mean, it could be a lot worse. I mean, for us, it's all about just getting the 3 points and getting us to the next level of the competition. And Pafos, this Pafos team, with all due respect to Pafos team, they came to the bridge. They already had 6 points in their pockets. So they came. They had some level of ambition, right? I mean, not necessarily. You wouldn't say they had an ambition to win, not based on how they are set up, but they had an ambition to try and get a point and see if they could nick a win in their last game and somehow with a prayer get to the next level. So they came in and their whole aim and goal was to get a draw. And they did what they had to do. I mean, all due respect to Pafos and their manager and their guys. I mean, they were well organized. They made it very, very difficult for us. But also we did not get any much help from the referee who disallowed Enzo's goal, which I felt was it was a very soft call. I mean, we've seen those calls given routinely in the Premier League, and it was a little push in the back, a little push in the back. But it was soft. I mean, the guy was so happy to go down. I mean, it would have been a brilliant goal by Enzo, and that would have calmed the nerves for us in the first half, and we probably who knows, maybe end up winning game 2 or 3-0. But as that goal got waved off, I mean, it just served to make things even more tight for our boys. Rossignol, set us up in a bit of a 4-3-3. I mean, you could see it as a 4-2-3-1, but in essence, we had 3 midfielders by way of Caicedo, Reece James, and Enzo Fernandez, and it was pretty much obvious early on that we probably didn't need all 3 of those guys, that we probably just needed 2, right? I mean, I understand why he went with the 4-3-3, but this was just one of those sort of deals where hindsight vision is 2020, because just by the way of how Pafos came to the bridge to literally just sit back with all their men. All the 10 men are behind the ball, and then to make matters even more difficult for us is he also started Garnacho on the wing. And and if you know anything about Garnacho, yes, he does score a lot of goals. As I said, his GNA is like 10, or I mean, something crazy. But Garnacho is a player that needs a space to operate. He's a player that thrives in making movements into space where he can get himself into good situations to score or create an assist. And when he's playing against a team that has like 10 men behind the ball and in essence has 2 or 3 guys on him, even if he only had one guy on him, you guys already know that Garnacho cannot beat his man off the dribble. So in this case, in this game, he had like 2 guys on him. There was no way Garnacho was going to get any change in this game. And so I was just surprised that Liam Rossignol left him out there as long as he did. I believe he was on the field for like over 70 minutes. So that's my only disappointment from the manager. Otherwise, he didn't make the timely subs that he needed to make, which was the halftime sub to bring in Esteval off the bench and drop. As I mentioned, we had 3 midfielders, and so he made the proactive sub to drop Reece James from the game and then replace him with Esteval, and then in essence, Neto pretty much went drifted to the middle, and Esteval played mostly from the right wing. And that kind of helped us, Esval had a chance. Caicedo had like 2 or 3 like good chances, and their goalie just kept making saves on top of saves, until finally the corner kick, I believe with about 15 minutes or so left in the game, that was converted by Caicedo's header. And that was pretty much all we needed to secure the 3 points. So that, as I mentioned, has lifted us up to 8th place on the Champions League log. If we can hold on to that final 8th spot, then that will give us a bye in terms of the knockout stages. Give us a bye week. Our next game is on the road away at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace. You guys already know it's going to be London derby, and it's always war. It's always going to be rough. I mean, they battled us to a goalless draw earlier in the first game of the season at the Bridge. They battled us to a goalless draw. Of course, they have lost. They have since gone ahead and lost a few of their main men. Eze has gone to Arsenal, and Mark Guehi has just gone to City. And so, I mean, but still, I mean, they're still a very good team. They have Glasenov is a very good manager. So, we're going to have our work cut out for us, but we need 3 points. It's onwards and upwards for Chelsea. How do you guys feel about today's results? Like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you guys. Peace.